Happy Wednesday, folks. We're going to read the parable now that comes in between what we read on Monday and Tuesday. This is known as the parable of the 10 virgins or the 10 bridesmaids and things like this. I think you'll see how it ties into a lot of what we've been hearing about this week at least. It goes like this. The kingdom of heaven will be like this. 10 bridesmaids took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. When the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them, but the wise took flasks of oil with their lamps. And as the bridegroom was delayed, all of them became drowsy and slept. But at midnight there was a shout, "Look, here is the bridegroom, come out and meet him." Then all those bridesmaids got up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish ones said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out." But the wise replied, "No, there will not be enough for you and for us, and you better go to the dealers and buy some for yourselves." And while they went out to buy it, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went with him into the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later the other bridesmaids came to him, saying, "Lord, Lord, open to us." But he replied, "Truly I tell you, I do not know you. Keep awake, therefore, for you neither know the day nor the hour." So this can feel a little harsh again, right? We are in the Gospel of Matthew and tends to have some of these very black and white ideas on a lot of stuff. More to show a contrast, I think, than the actual reality of who Matthew claims Jesus is. There's this, in the ancient world, the tradition, the bridegroom, we just say groom nowadays, would come to pick up his bride, right? And all of the bridesmaids, as it were, very different tradition than today, mind you, would be waiting. And he would come to the house, they would trim their lamps, and they would walk out in a procession, to start the party and things like this. And so this story then tells about 5 who were prepared and 5 who were not prepared. In this current mindset, what I hear is, and it's not what this is about, but what I hear is those who went out to the store and bought all the toilet paper they could, so it was gone, they had enough toilet paper. When someone else wanted to share, there was no toilet paper to share. That's not what this isn't. This isn't they were prepared as in they hoarded their resources from others. The idea is that the lamp, the light, right? Your light is bright for others to see. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm going to let it shine, right? You've got the same idea, that same imagery of you're the light of the world, a city on a hill, etc., etc. So there's this idea that some maintained everything they needed to be prepared to continue to be that light, no matter what. And those who are like, I have my light, but then they got lazy and they quit bothering to be prepared to be that light. They gave into the habits they knew that weren't healthy, that were bad. And instead of being ready when the kingdom of God comes, and who knows, right? The early Christians, followers of Paul and Jesus, thought it was imminent in their lifetimes, and it's been a very long time since then. But they quit being ready. They quit bothering to act and be that light for others. And so when Jesus looks for the light and he sees people, there are those whose light is shining brightly, who is the ones who are pouring out mercy and compassion on others. And then there are those who are like, "Oh, no, I've got a light too. Give me a couple minutes to get my light back up and going." And Jesus says, you don't know what's going on. Your light needs to be lit all the time, not just when it's convenient for you or when you bother to be ready. To follow in the footsteps of Christ is to always have your light shining, to be an example, a beacon to all. So may your light shine. May you be prepared. Keep that flask of oil on hand so that whenever you're called upon to be the reflection of that light of Christ to others, that you are prepared and ready. See you soon.